Hello, everyone. I'm Jay, one of the founders at LambdaTest. Thank you for tuning in, and also glad to be a part of TestJS event here. And just to give you a quick background, so I started LambdaTest 4.5 years ago. I've been building our complete test execution platform on cloud. That's our vision that we're working on. And uh, and today I just want to take a few moments to share about the common problems that I get to hear and often hear from the modern QA and development teams. And before that, I would like to give you a quick gist of where we come from. We started in 2017, uh, and we recently got a Series B funding from Sequoia and Telstra Ventures. And from the time we released our first product, we have close to 500,000 users who have signed up. And out of our 7,000 active customers, we have 500 enterprises who have been a part of the journey. And before we talk about what we do, I would like to highlight on the problems. And I often have been speaking to a lot of leadership, engineering leadership, and the modern QA and agile teams. And one of the things that I often hear is that they're aiming at shortening their release cycles. Now that could be because of n number of reasons. That could be because of innovation, where they want to roll out new features, and or maybe they just want to fix the bugs so that they can make the experience better for the customers, or maybe just overall, the kind of just refactor the code for better stability of their application as such. Now, we all know that test automation tools have been existing, and although these users and the customers that I've been talking to have implemented end-to-end testing suite, but there still exists a bigger problem, and that's the test infrastructure on which they run the tests on. And unfortunately, this infrastructure on which they run the test on, if it is not really up to the mark, it really increases the test execution time significantly. Now let's talk about the infrastructure as such. Now, talking about the in-house infrastructure, if you if you're in, it firstly, it takes a lot of time to build and maintain this infrastructure, and if it's not really up to the mark and customized as per the needs of the QA team, it becomes very tough to scale it. And also, this adds a lot of cost to maintain this entire effort. And the second aspect is high test execution time. Now it's very important, especially for the modern QA and dev teams who are really focusing on increasing their release velocities and ship code faster. High test execution is one of the biggest roadblock that we often hear. And again, like I said, it's not the problem about the end-to-end automation suite, but it's about the release velocity they are aiming at. And one of the roadblocks, again, is because of the hours and hours that it takes to run your test suite. Now, if you look into this graph in the right-hand side, as you start, your test suite is typically, it just takes seconds to run, and as you scale your test suite, and as you know that your test suite, the test execution time is proportionately related to the code you ship. So the more code you ship, the more test scripts are written, and your test cases grow. Now, as you go towards the enterprise you suite, where you have 10,000s of tests, your execution time takes from minutes to hours to complete. Sorry, and that is a bigger problem to solve, because your developers are actually waiting to get the feedback of the code they've written. But here we're waiting for the test to complete, and again, with the poor infrastructure that we're running the test on, we are impacting the productivity of both the QA and development teams. Now, third problem is flaky test at scale. Now, flaky test is it could be because of a number of reasons. Now, especially when you're running your test on infrastructure. Now, there could be a lot of problems related to the CPU consumption. The disk errors, or there could be high resource consumption in the machine that you're running on test on, which leads to the flaky results. Now, this is a bigger problem altogether to solve. And one of the key aspects that if you correlate your high test execution time with your release cycle, so you can directly see that the high test execution time is leading to delayed release cycles, because the feedback time that you're taking to get back to the developer is also getting lengthier. Now, we all know this problem exists. Now, this is exactly where LambdaTest comes into picture. So we are building a continuous quality platform on cloud where you can test with confidence on your infrastructure and scale your test as well. So we started with our product. The first product that we launched is live testing, where you can fire up the virtual machines of 2,000 plus browsers and operating system combination, and test your applications. You can also test your native applications on simulators and emulators. And then we have the automation cloud, where you can run your automation test suites, and you can run hundreds of parallel sessions to make sure you're able to kind of reduce the test execution cycle. And most importantly, the day we started the company, we focused on three parameters here. We focused on performance, we focused on reliability, and scalability. These were the three important aspects, because we understand that this is one of the most crucial aspect for the QA and development teams. Now, we built a fastest Selenium grid on the cloud, and where you can also perform headless browser testing, and also get advanced reporting and analytics. And we just recently launched Real Devices Cloud, where you can perform your manual native app testing. You don't need to maintain those infrastructure in-house. You can also perform automation testing, and also look into the device logs as such. So along with the infrastructure that we build, we also give other functionality, like you will be able to run your pre-pod, you'll be able to run your test on pre-pod environments by using our enterprise-ready tunnel. You can run your test in parallel across different browsers, devices, and OS, so that you can fasten your test execution time. You can reduce your test execution time. And we also give you support for geolocation, and this is easily integratable with your CI/CD tools. If you want to fire up your test from CI/CD into our infrastructure, it just just 5 minutes for you to integrate and get started. So apart from that, I also want to highlight on the integrations that we have. Our integration landscape spans around 120 integrations that we've built with frameworks, with codeless automation, with CI/CD, and bug tracking tools. Because one of the aspects when we started the LambdaTest, building LambdaTest, so we wanted LambdaTest to be a part of the ecosystem, not work as a standalone system. So we try to build in integration as much as possible to make it more easier for the QA and development teams. In a short span of time, we have garnered good attention in the G2 crowd space, and this is just because of our I would say, the reliability and scalability and performance that we provide on our infrastructure. And we've been leading and training on G2 crowd as momentum leaders, and you would be able to see the reviews that we get and the ease of use. It just takes around 30 minutes maximum for a user to onboard by integrating this test suite and CI/CD tools and start firing up the tests. And so this is a quick overview about us, and I really thank you for hearing me out. I really appreciate your time, and I hope you enjoy the TestJS conference. Take care. Bye-bye.